Welcome, and here we go again. Now today I'm here for the continuation of a series of features that I've been doing on the channel over the last few weeks. Obviously the channel hasn't been that consistent in its content, or at least not as consistent as it used to be. I've sent out a message. I'm not sure whether it's sent to people who ring the notification bell. But I have sent a message using my channel discussion section. So if you want to check out that, I've revealed some exclusive news about what's coming in Series 11. Obviously, it's a long way away. It's a couple of months away, and I said I'd wait a little while. But I've been thinking about what to do for it, and I've got the idea in my head. That I'm going to do a series for Series 11, the review series, which is a more detailed series than First Opinion, a sort of half-hour review show where I give a little discussion about the episode, take a look at other people's opinions in the public, like you guys, and then look at next week's episode. And then I'm going to carry over some of the... because if you remember rightly, there was a series called Behind the Sofa that we did on this channel, and I'm going to be carrying over some features from that, but with Decool and everything. But I'll be revealing more details on that as time goes by. But now I need to focus on not going off on more tangents, and today I will be ranking the series from Tom Baker's first 3 series. I discuss the series a little bit, and then I go over to my Who meter and I rank each series out of 10. I've done the first 11 series from the first 3 Doctors, and today I thought I'd split the Tom Baker series in half because otherwise it would be one mammoth of a video. So let's start off with Series 12. Series 12, although perhaps not the most consistent series of Doctor Who, it is still my favourite. Series 12 of Doctor Who is a fantastic series. I really enjoy it. It's got 2 of my favourite stories of not only the Tom Baker era, but of all time. Genesis of the Daleks and Ark in Space. And the first of which, Genesis of the Daleks, is my favourite Doctor Who story of all time. It's a brilliant series. It's got the dream team, I believe: Tom Baker, Elizabeth Sladen and Ian Marter, or as Who fans would know them, the 4th Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith and Harry Sullivan. It introduces quite a lot of key figures and, key concepts in the series, and it's just brilliant. It's my favourite series. Partly because of the episodes, partly because of the TARDIS team. As I say, it's not the most consistent of series, but it's still absolutely brilliant and my personal favourite of Doctor Who in its entirety. Closely followed by Series 7, because consistency... Series 7, Classic Who, because I think consistency really matters. But in this case, Series 12 is my favourite just because I love it so much, not because of its consistency. I'm aware you may not be able to see this that well, but the Who meter, I will do a scatter graph so it's easier to see them, but I'll describe it in full detail. Here's Series 12 down here, Series 12, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank it, and I am going to give it the big whopping 10, which Series 7 has got a 10, and this has got a 10, because personally... I just love this series so much that it doesn't deserve anything other than a 10. Series 13 is perhaps the most consistent, the second most consistent Doctor Who series of all time. It's really good. Personally, I don't like it as much as Series 12, but I still really like it. Apart from maybe Planet of Evil and Android Invasion, which, don't get me wrong, they're still really good stories, but... they're not as good. Series 13 is still in the golden years of Doctor Who. I would say the stuff we're discussing today, the 3 series we're discussing today, is the golden years of Doctor Who. The three of the best Doctor Who series of all time. Absolutely stunning. And I would say we've still got Tom Baker and Elizabeth Sladen here. I would say the best story out of this bunch would have to be, let me think through them, so many good ones. Seeds of Doom is brilliant, Ted the Zygons is brilliant, Pyramids of Mars is brilliant. I'm going to go with Brain and Morbius, though. Brain and Morbius is fantastic. They're all brilliant. Seeds of Doom, I find, is an underdog. A lot of people love it, but I find it's an underdog. But yeah, it's fantastic. There's 4 absolutely fantastic stories in here. Right, series 13 is over here. I'm tempted to give it a 10, but as it's not quite as good as series 12, I'm going to give it a 9. It's almost perfect. Almost perfect. Absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to give it a 9, because I think it deserves a 9. Series 14, again, absolutely impeccable. And I just love this particular series. I think this is the one where Sarah Jane leaves and Leela is introduced. There's me and Louise Jameson, who played Leela, together at Bournemouth Film Comic Con a few years ago. But Leela is another excellent companion, and she gets on really well with the 4th Doctor. And I think this series is another fantastic one. It's got some really fantastic stories. Deadly Assassin, brilliant. Robots of Death, brilliant. And Talons of Weng-Chiang, brilliant. The latter two, all 3 of them are some of the best stories of all time. Robots of Death and Talons of Weng-Chiang perhaps fit into my top 10 Doctor Who stories of all time. So does Genesis of the Daleks. Ark in Space comes so close. This Brain and Morbius comes really close. Most of these stories come really close. This era is just so excellent in Doctor Who. If you are watching this video and you have no idea what I'm going on about, A, thank you for sticking with it, and B, I'd go and watch, go and research. If you're a fan of the show or you want to start watching the show, then I'd watch some of these early Tom Baker stories. They're absolutely fantastic. Right, what would I give it out of 10? I'm going to give it another 9 out of 10. I think this scattergraph is going to be very strong. The first series 12 to 14, this is the strongest bunch of series we've covered so far. It's absolutely excellent. It's really excellent. So that's it for the video today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been very nice to have your company. Obviously, please go and check out my channel discussion. I've got some news on my Series 11 stuff, which I discussed earlier, and I'll be revealing more on that over time. Obviously, July's going to be a big month for me. Obviously, we've got SDCC, and hopefully we're going to get a Series 11 trailer, or at least a glimpse of the series. And me and Deeku will be attending London Film Comic Con 2018, so we're going to release a massive vlog of that when we get back. So thank you for tuning in today. I will be back at some point to discuss the latter Tom Baker era from series 15 to 18 and rank those before we head into the dreaded 80s. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Please click like and subscribe, and ring the bell for more notifications. I will be back next time, same space. Goodbye!